Hello, welcome to another episode of Central Podcast Entertainment. I'm MZP, and right now on my phone on FaceTime is Neo. Oh, here he is.
Hey, well, I can't, the camera's not, I can't see, but, alright then.
Alright.
Here we go.
Alright, so, we're gonna review, BattleGround for this video. We're gonna start with the pre-show, which was King Barrett versus R-Truth. Again, no reason...
A match that we didn't even need to see,
No reason why we should even have this match in the first place.
Nope, none whatsoever.
I mean, yeah, the crown was on the line, but doesn't mean anything.
Yes, not in today's WWE when it comes to King of the Ring.
Nope, definitely not.
Yep.
So, what else? Then the first match was Orton versus Sheamus. I was, doing some things during the match. And I wasn't really paying attention too much because, again, it's Orton versus Sheamus. Yeah, again, it was Orton versus Sheamus, and there was no story or, nothing for this rivalry to even be interesting, so why bother?
Exactly. Or, that makes sense.
Yep. But, but the crowd was behind it because only because Randy Orton, because it was in Orton's hometown of St. Louis.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And of course Orton going over. which alright, whatever. It doesn't help, but whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah. The Primetime Players defeated the New Day for the tag belts. And yeah. It was a good tag match, but otherwise there was just, it
nothing
was just
really there.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't fully 100% behind this match. And as much as I like New Day to win, but they didn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanted the Primetime Players to be tag champs. But since they put the belts on them, they haven't done anything, interesting with them.
That already makes sense, but still, what can you do?
It's just all been the New Day with the tag team, with the tag titles, making it interesting, and nobody else.
I'm hoping for something interesting to come eventually.
Yeah, hopefully. Then we get Reigns versus Bray Wyatt. I was shocked to see Bray Wyatt coming out the win with this one.
Oh, how come?
Wait, and yeah, in my predictions I did say Bray Wyatt, but I didn't say why or a reason. But we got it anyways, and then Bray won, and I was surprised, and we got Luke Harper back, and apparently they're going to bring back the whole Wyatt family group, which shouldn't have been broken off in the first place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess if they're continuing the story, then alright. I mean, on Raw, they had Harper versus Reigns with Ambrose at ringside helping them. But I don't know. I feel like this is like I feel like this is not an interesting turn in this whole story. I feel like they're just gonna have a tag match at SummerSlam.
What, with New Day versus Primetime Players?
No, with Reigns and Ambrose against Harper and Bray.
It's just not gonna even seem interesting.
No.
No story, no build.
It's just now they just rely. I just feel like nowadays WWE just relies on the wrestling and not the storytelling.
Yes, this may be called World Wrestling Entertainment, but you can still be entertaining as well.
And they say it's a sports entertaining company, but all they do is produce wrestling shows. There's no entertainment. I mean, look, I'll admit they got great performers. They have good wrestling, but it's just not enough. You don't have the storytelling with it.
You need to tell us why these two are facing off against each other. What's on the line? Why is it personal, etc.
Yep, but apparently they just don't. They just don't care for that. Uh, what was the next match on that card? Let me see here. Oh yeah. Then we get apparently a triple threat. Whoa,
Wait,
what
say
was
that
that?
again?
Oh no, nothing. Apparently we get a triple threat divas match. Any of the three
Well,
divas from the factions, from Sasha Banks,
that was
Naomi.
a filler match.
Yeah, it was, but like I
It was a
I
good match.
I mean, no, I mean the match was good. Charlotte, it turned out to be Charlotte versus Sasha Banks versus Brie Bella, and
Uh,
I just don't get the whole thing that why they have to have like factions now with this. It's like because now Paige, Charlotte, and Becky are a group. Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina are a group, and the Bellas and Alicia Fox are a group.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't even know if this is for the if the Divas title means anything anymore now, because like the Divas title wasn't even on the line at BattleGround, and then you have, I mean, we get the wrestling more time for them, but that's just I don't think that's enough too. Again, there's no storytelling in this. Yeah, you have them bring the NXT divas up, which is great and all, but the only flaws are you bring them up. They bring them up at the same time. Becky Lynch, Charlotte,
Wait, say that
and
again?
they bring Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks all at one time. When you could have done it, like one person at a time, and you rushed this whole thing. But, uh, but then, but now you focus away from the Divas Championship, and it's like, well, what are they fighting for now? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure.
And on Raw, they Charlotte I think fought Brie Bella. Charlotte defeated Brie, and then I think it was Paige and Becky Lynch. I was glad to see Becky Lynch back. I didn't think she'd be back in the ring because recently she had an injury, but I guess she
Which type of injury?
what?
Which type of injury?
It might have been a shoulder. I'm not sure. It had to do something with her arm. Uh, yeah, it was Paige and Becky Lynch versus I think Sasha Banks and Naomi. And Naomi and Sasha won.
All right.
I mean, couldn't they have wait for Sasha Banks to come up when she would eventually lose the women's title whenever that's gonna be?
I am unsure.
Like it just seems too rushed when you already have her as NXT Women's Champion. You bring her up. To me, at least, I'm sure everyone else feels different.
Yes, some agree that it's the right time. Others say it's not the right time. I say, well, I guess it seemed a bit. Well, my only question is, what are they going to do for NXT Divas matches now? Are they just going to switch back and forth? That might be the case.
I mean, they're still fighting on NXT, but I mean, Sasha Banks has to still fight on NXT. She's the women's champion. Charlotte doesn't need to because she already held the title and she already made a name for herself. And so does I guess so does Becky Lynch because she kind of made a name for herself even though she never won the NXT Women's title. But I don't know. Then we get to Owens versus Cena. Cena made Owens tap out.
What a terrible booking decision because, of course, there's already no reason for them to even face each other at SummerSlam unless WWE management was like, oh, okay, we don't really want to see Owens, Cena again, especially at SummerSlam, so how about we just let Cena walk out with the title, but it makes more sense to have Kevin Owens come out and beat Cena for the title, even though we'll get a rematch, but I'm not fully sure.
Honestly, I don't think. I think this is the end of the rivalry.
I'm sure that's the case. Definitely.
And it's sad. Like, what? You have him tap out? I mean, yeah, the match was good, but, like, you have him tap out after all, like, really, this, like, I was really getting scared when they immediately got Owens and Cena in this rivalry. I really was. Because now my worst fears have come true.
Well, another NXT talent buried.
I mean, for me, I'm always hopeful. I'm always positive. So I just hope that this isn't a true burial for Kevin Owens. Because
yeah, huh?
Oh no, never mind. What were you gonna say?
No, you can continue.
Oh, so I'm always hopeful. I hope there's something big. I hope there's something not big, but at least there's something for Owens that puts him in a decent spot.
And I don't want really Kevin Owens to be a mid-carder either. Well, if it's a temporary thing, then fine, but he doesn't deserve to be a mid-carder.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with mid card, because I mean he was immediately into the NXT title picture, and I don't think it's right for them to rush him into a world title picture.
That is true.
But still, I mean, maybe because now on Raw we see Cena with Seth Rollins, and apparently it looks like now Cena's going to be in a world title picture. And why should he? He has the U.S. title. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't really make much sense, but at least we're not going to get Cena beats Rollins for the World Championship, and Cena's the first ever United States WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that. Too much noise in the background.
Also, what would be even worse is if Michael Cole, one of the commentators, say, Cena is now a United States WWE World Heavyweight Champion. This is even more memorable and even greater than when RVD beat Cena for the title at ECW One Night Stand 2006.
It's like, no, why are they doing, like, they're just thrusting him into a world title picture now, and he has the U.S. title belt. You're gonna have him win the world title and the U.S. belt all at once?
At least he's probably gonna drop one of the titles. We already know which title he's gonna drop. Probably. I'm not fully sure.
And I guess kind of pairing this to ROH, like, you know, Jay Lethal has the television and world title. I'm actually not a fan of that, of a guy holding the world title and a mid-card title.
It's either one or the other.
Yeah, because then, you know, a guy has to, you know...
double duty it.
Yeah, not only that, like... And I was kind of disappointed on how the pay-per-view with ROH happened, because the world television title was on the line, but I'll get to that in another video. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, back to Cena. I still can't believe they're getting him into a world title picture again. And I really hope that's not the case. I hope they plan something where it's not just where it's not just Cena in the world title picture, or anything else. Like, I'm hoping, I don't know if Daily X-Men said this, but he said, like, maybe they'll have a, you know, fatal four-way: Rollins, Owens, Cena, and another guy. I forgot who it was.
Well, I was thinking more of, it would be cooler to have Cena, Rusev, Cesaro, and maybe Owens or someone else in a United States Championship match.
Yeah, I figured, you know, why not? And this time have Owens win the United States title.
Yep. Also, just for the fact, I'm not a fan of Rusev wearing sneakers now.
Oh
or
yeah,
wrestling boots.
yeah. I forgot to comment on that. I couldn't believe it myself. This guy was all barefoot. Now he wears sneakers.
Well, then again, it's probably for more than likely it's for safety reasons. So I can't really complain.
Probably, and maybe it's because of the injured ankle that he had.
Yes, but then again, it's just not the same. That was part of his character.
Yeah, true. But we'll see where that leads to with the whole Cena thing. Orton, Cesaro had a match with Owens, Sheamus, and Rusev in a 6-man tag. Of course, they won. It was a house match. It was a house show main event.
Wait, say again?
It was a house show main event.
Oh.
Yeah, the 6-man tag match, playa.
Of course, 6-man tag.
Yep, it's back. Hopefully for one night.
Yes, or else this will be just like 2013 going into 2014.
Yep. And finally, the main event: Rollins, Brock Lesnar for the World Championship. And for the pace of this match, I guess it was going pretty good. Rollins tried to be the chicken heel in this whole thing and tried to escape at times, but then eventually got tossed around by Brock. Of course, that's how every Brock Lesnar match is now with Lesnar.
Wait, say again?
That's how every match is with Lesnar now, tossing people around the ring, Suplex City all around.
It's tossing people over, just dominating the entire match.
And Suplex City all around. And then and Rollins did hold his own at some points. He did gain some offense, which was pretty good to see. You see that he could somewhat be capable on his own. But
it's interesting that Lesnar only just did one F5 before going for the cover.
Yeah, not every match should be, finisher, kick out, finisher, kick out. That's what ruins it.
Yep, I agree.
So at least it wasn't that, which I'm glad it wasn't. And
by the way, oh wait, no, I can dig too.
Okay. And finally the F5, dong, lights go out, and then comes back on, and the Undertaker appears.
Yeah, Taker, Brock 4 at SummerSlam, which I totally cannot wait to see.
And I'll admit too, I definitely marked out when I watched it for the first time. When I watched BattleGround and watched that part of the show and saw the Undertaker, I was like, no way.
So flashbacks then from 2002, 2003.
Well, that wasn't until Raw, which I'll get to. But yeah, then Undertaker tombstoned him, and I was pretty shocked and at the same time I was like, well, didn't this happen why, if it happened last year, why is it happening now with the whole revenge story?
I'm not sure why, but
I mean, I understand it was because Taker was healing and he was not in good shape at that time to wrestle. I understand that. But there was nothing on Raw that Taker said about was saying it while I was healing and couldn't stand up, and I had to hear Heyman say over and over that he beat the streak. I went completely nuts and trained hard and trained myself and built myself back up and rose from hell or whatever I came from to come back and beat Brock Lesnar. He could have at least said that to save the whole thing.
Well, he did mention some of that though, that he was quote unquote resurrected, but it was an alright promo.
Yeah, it was. I'm not saying that it was a terrible promo from the Undertaker. He doesn't do terrible promos,
Nope.
I'm not saying it was terrible. I'm saying it was good. But I'm saying he could have. But I'm saying he could have incorporated that into the promo and say, you know, while I was healing and everything, I was just so sick of hearing Paul Heyman. I was gonna let it go because streaks are made to be broken, like he said. But Heyman kept saying over and over and running his mouth over and over that Brock beat the streak 21-1, 21-1, and that's when I just snapped and resurrected, and now I'm back to beat his ass. He could have said that.
Yeah. Yes, that would have been good.
But there was like no mentioning of him, like, you know, going crazy over that and saying it took me that long to be back and to get my revenge on Brock Lesnar.
Well, there's some types of reasons for it, but
yeah, and then
did Paul Heyman come after that? No, he didn't.
Well, not right after that, but it was like after the next hour into Raw, Heyman cut the promo saying, we've said Brock beats the Undertaker 21-1 because we have that bragging rights to say it. And I just love the line that he said after the line he said during the whole promo where he says, "You may have sold your soul to the devil, but your ass belongs to Brock Lesnar." And then of course Undertaker.
Wait, you said that, Taker?
Yeah, but then Taker.
Oh no! Paul Heyman said that.
Yeah. And then the lights went off, then it went back on. Taker's about to hit Heyman, then Brock comes down, we have a whole brawl.
Yeah, Brock, yes. Taker comes out, he tries to tombstone Paul Heyman. Hulkster comes in, he rushes in, and then these two start brawling at it. Of course, before then, Triple H and stuff spoke to almost the entire roster, say, hey, you gotta secure both Taker and Lesnar from attacking each other. And of course, they apparently succeeded because, of course, they would just kept beating each other up. I was getting excited for it. It wasn't until, commercial break, come back, Lesnar, he's just walking backstage, and then Undertaker comes back again, like some backstage action.
Yeah, and then these two just wouldn't stop fighting.
Trademark. Huh?
These two just wouldn't stop fighting.
Of course, even with the WWE superstars, they couldn't stop them.
Yeah.
And it was interesting how, the police was there, they were holding out Brock, and then Undertaker came in like, oh, got the police. But we're still fighting.
And then I just love Brock at the end. Brock was like, after they broke up the whole thing, and then they put the not the handcuffs, but the
plastic
taped
hand.
Yeah, plastic taped hands on him, and he's like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Hey, I said don't touch me. That part cracked me up. Because I was like, dude, in my mind, I'm like, dude, you better get your hands off Brock.
Of course, yes, usually in a rivalry, it's best not to have two guys or two competitors, or multiple competitors, even touch until the match. But in this case, it's already worth the exception because these two already have the history.
Yeah. Oh, and I like the meme that was on Twitter about it, saying
facial expressions.
No, of Triple H and Stephanie meeting with everybody in the locker rooms, telling them, to make sure Taker and Brock don't kill each other before SummerSlam.
Huh.
And it said, in translation, the part-timers are more important than you guys.
That's a partially sad reality for WWE.
And and you hit the nail on the head. That's the reality of WWE.
We can't build good stars anymore, so we gotta use the old ones.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I love Undertaker and I'm glad to see him back and healthy, they just rely too much on them, on guys like Brock and Taker. Instead of building new future stars and new stars to be part-timer, and those new stars in the future to be part-timers themselves. And
what can you do?
and to make that special.
Say again?
And to make that special, like it is special when Taker shows up and when The Rock shows up and all those guys show up. But, you know, that's just the sad, sad world in WWE that's going on right now.